The best time to buy a home or rent an apartment in this country was 9 long years ago, before the NDP Liberal government coalition broke our country. Their policies have doubled rent, doubled mortgage payments, and doubled down payments. It's a housing nightmare for young Canadians. For families like the Hamiltons in St. John, it means paying $1,500 each month to live in a leaky, moldy apartment because they have nowhere else to go. Will the Prime Minister stop funding photo ops and bureaucracy and instead start getting homes built in this country to help Canadians that desperately need help?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Housing, Infrastructure and Communities.
The colleague should check the record, Madam Speaker. Under Stephen Harper, housing costs doubled, in fact. When he talks about, for example, things like bureaucracy, they use the term gatekeepers in the pejorative every time they get. What they're actually talking about is not working with partners, not working with provinces, and in particular municipalities. We know that working with municipalities, with mayors, with councillors, with public servants at the local level is fundamental, because that's where zoning decisions are made. The Housing Accelerator Fund is leading to zoning changes. We're going to get more homes built through that way and many others.
The Honourable for New Brunswick Southwest.
That's not good enough. Homes are not being built fast enough to help Canadians. Mr. Corey Hamilton is a husband and a father of 4. He is worried. He believes his 6-year-old son has been sick because of the family's living conditions. But the Hamiltons, like many other Canadians across this country, have no decent options because of Canada's housing crisis caused by this Prime Minister's wacko ideology that makes everything more expensive. After 9 years, the Prime Minister is not worth the cost. What does the Prime Minister have to say to the Hamilton family and other desperate Canadians across this country?
Let's hear it.
The Honourable Leader of the Government in the House.
Well, the first thing I would say is that they're very well represented by the member from St. John. The second thing I would say is they should talk to this member of Parliament and tell him to stop advocating for a cut to zero in regional development agencies and a COA in this country. And the third thing I would say is that every single housing measure put in place and proposed by this government, that member has voted against. If you're the Hamiltons, you want him gone, Madam Speaker.